Holding short runway 8 right, SkyWest 99.
United 122 Lima, Quebec. When able, turn right and contact ground. Please expedite.
George Bush ground, American 957 Tango November Heavy. Ready for pushback with information Kilo. Wilco, United 122 Lima, Quebec.
American 957 Tango November Heavy. Pushback approved.
Pushback approved, American 957 Tango November Heavy.
George Bush Tower, United 383 Heavy, ready for departure at runway 8 right, departing straight out. United 383 Heavy, hold short of runway 8 right. Spooky 16 Heavy, contact Houston approach on 120.05. Holding short runway 8 right, United 383 Heavy.
Contacting Houston approach on 120.05, Spooky 16 Heavy.
Qantas 357 Super, wind 110 at 8, runway 15 left, cleared for takeoff. Fly runway heading until at or above 3,000 feet. Moose 554, line up and wait runway 15 left.
Line up and wait runway 15 left, Moose 554.
United 383 Heavy, line up and wait runway 8 right. Line up and wait runway 8 right, United 383 Heavy. United 122 Lima, Quebec, please follow instructions. United 122 Lima, Quebec, contact George Bush ground on 119.905.
George Bush ground, United 122 Lima, Quebec, ready to taxi. George Bush ground, Moxie 634, ready to taxi with information Kilo.
George Bush Tower, United 773, ready for departure at runway 15 left, departing east. United 122 Lima, Quebec, taxi to runway 8 right, contact tower when ready. Qantas 357 Super, contact Houston approach on 120.05.
Contacting Houston approach on 120.05, Qantas 357 Super.
Moose 554, wind 110 at 8, runway 15 left, cleared for takeoff. Fly runway heading until at or above 1,000 feet. United 383 Heavy, wind 110 at 8, runway 8 right, cleared for takeoff. Line up and wait runway 15 left, United 773.
Number 1, cleared to land runway 9, United 21. George Bush ground, American 957 Tango November Heavy, ready to taxi with information Kilo.
American 957 Tango November Heavy, runway 15 left, taxi via November Charlie, November Romeo, Whiskey, contact tower when ready. Cleared for takeoff, runway 15 left, United 773. November 618 Romeo Lima, when able turn right, contact ground on the taxiway.
George Bush ground, United 193, ready for pushback with information Kilo, requesting runway 8 right.
Eagle 1981 Heavy, taxi to Terminal D Gate D07 via November Alpha November Kilo, hold short of November Kilo. United 193, pushback approved. United 383 Heavy, contact Houston approach on 120.05. Contacting Houston approach on 120.05, United 383 Heavy. Eagle 1981 Heavy, hold position.
Holding position Eagle 1981 Heavy. Pushback approved, United 193.
Eagle 1981 Heavy, continue taxi.
Taxiing to Terminal D Gate D07 via November Alpha Eagle 1981 Heavy. George Bush Tower, Moxie 634, ready for departure at runway 15 left, departing east. Cleared for takeoff, runway 15 left, Moxie 634. George Bush Tower, Qatari 000 Charlie Romeo, inbound on the ILS runway 8 left. George Bush ground November 618 Romeo Lima, request taxi to gate E07 at the Terminal E.
Moxie 634, cancel takeoff clearance, hold position. George Bush Tower, Envoy 415 is 14 nautical miles to the west at 4,100 feet, inbound for landing with information Kilo, requesting runway 8 right. November 618 Romeo Lima, taxi to Terminal C gate C07, hold short of 8 right, 26 left.
Number 1, clear to land runway 8 left, Qatari 000 Charlie Romeo.
Number 1, cleared to land runway 8 right, Envoy 415.
Taxiing to runway 8 right, United 193.
Moxie 634, wind 110 at 8, runway 15 left, cleared for takeoff.
George Bush Tower, American 957 Tango November Heavy, ready for departure in sequence at runway 15 left, departing east.
American 957 Tango November Heavy, line up and wait runway 15 left.
Line up and wait runway 15 left, American 957 Tango November Heavy.
United 21 when able turn left, contact ground on the taxiway. American 957 Tango November Heavy, wind 110 at 8, runway 15 left, cleared for takeoff. Moxie 634, contact Houston approach on 120.05.
Wilco, United 21. Contacting Houston approach on 120.05, Moxie 634. Cleared for takeoff, runway 15 left, American 957 Tango November Heavy. George Bush Tower, Delta 891 Victor Alpha, inbound on the ILS runway 8 right with information Kilo.
Delta 891 Victor Alpha, wind 110 at 8, number 2, runway 8 right, cleared to land.
Number 2, cleared to land runway 8 right, Delta 891 Victor Alpha. George Bush Tower, United 117, ready for departure in sequence at runway 8 right, departing south.
United 117, wind 110 at 8, runway 8 right, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff.
George Bush Airport, ATIS information liner, time 00180, wind 110 at 8, visibility 10, temperature. George Bush Airport, ATIS information liner, time 00180, wind 110 at 8, visibility 10, temperature 302.22, altimeter 3009. Remarks: no pattern work, no light aircraft accepted at this time. Landing runways 8 left, 8 right and 9, expect GPS approach, departing runways 8 right and 15 left, advise on initial contact, you have information liner.
Local, Qatari 000 Charlie Romeo. George Bush ground, United Bangladesh 4673, ready for pushback with information Kilo.
United Bangladesh 4673, pushback approved.
Pushback approved, United Bangladesh 4673.
American 957 Tango November Heavy, contact Houston approach on 120.05.
Contacting Houston approach on 120.05, American 957 Tango November Heavy.
KLM 661, wind 110 at 8, number 1, runway 9, cleared to land. George Bush Tower, November 233 X-ray is 17 nautical miles to the west at 2,900 feet, inbound for landing with information Kilo, requesting runway 8 right. November 233 X-ray, wind 110 at 8, number 3, runway 8 right, cleared to land.
Number 1, cleared to land runway 9 KLM 661.
United 117, contact Houston approach on 120.05.
George Bush Ground, Qatari 000 Charlie Romeo, request taxi to gate D10 at the Terminal D.
November 233 X-ray, maintain 160 knots until 4-mile final. November 233 X-ray, maintain 180 knots until 6-mile final. Maintain 180 knots until 6-mile final, November 233 X-ray.
Taxi to parking, Qatari 000 Charlie Romeo. George Bush Ground Northwest 120, ready for pushback with information Lima, requesting runway 8 right. George Bush Ground United Bangladesh 4673, ready to taxi to runway 15 left with information Kilo.
Envoy 415, when able turn right and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final. United Bangladesh 4673, taxi to runway 15 left, contact tower when ready. Wilco, Envoy 415. Northwest 120, pushback approved.
Pushback approved, Northwest 120. Taxiing to runway 15 left, United Bangladesh 4673.
Qatari 000 Charlie Romeo, taxi to Terminal D gate D10, hold short of 8 right, 26 left.
George Bush Ground United 1948, ready for pushback with information Lima, requesting runway 8 right.
November 233 X-ray, please follow instructions. United 1948, pushback approved.
Pushback approved, United 1948.
November 233 X-ray, maintain 160 knots until 4-mile final. Maintain 160 knots until 4-mile final, November 233 X-ray. United 193, line up and wait runway 8 right.
Line up and wait runway 8 right, United 193.
Envoy 415, request frequency change. Envoy 415, contact George Bush Ground on 119.905. Delta 891 Victor Alpha, when able turn right and contact ground, please expedite traffic on final.
Wilco, Delta 891 Victor Alpha.
Contacting George Bush Ground on 119.905, Envoy 415. United 193, wind 110 at 8, runway 8 right, cleared for immediate takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 8 right, United 193.
George Bush Ground, Envoy 415, request taxi to gate A09 at the Terminal A. Envoy 415, taxi to Terminal at gate A09 via November Bravo, November Charlie. Taxiing to Terminal at gate A09 via November Bravo, November Charlie, Envoy 415.
George Bush Ground Northwest 120, ready to taxi to runway 8 right with information Lima. Taxiing to Terminal at gate A14 via November Alpha, November Golf, November Bravo, November Delta, Delta 891 Victor Alpha.
Emirates 69 Tango Heavy, pushback approved.
Pushback approved, Emirates 69 Tango Heavy. George Bush Ground United 1948, ready to taxi to runway 8 right with information Lima. Taxiing to runway 15 left, Northwest 120.
United 1948, taxi to runway 8 right, contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 8 right, United 1948. United 193, request frequency change. Contacting Houston approach on 120.05, United 193. George Bush Ground Delta 525 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Kilo.
Delta 525 Heavy, pushback approved.
Pushback approved, Delta 525 Heavy. George Bush Tower United 226, inbound on the ILS runway 8 left.
United 226, wind 110 at 8, number 1 runway 8 left, clear. cleared to land.
Number 1, cleared to land, runway 8 left, United 226.
KLM 661, when able turn left, contact ground on the taxiway.
George Bush Tower Victor Hotel Romeo Oscar Bravo, inbound on the ILS runway 9.
Victor Hotel Romeo Oscar Bravo, wind 110 at 8, number 1 runway 9, cleared to land. George Bush ground, Infinite Flight 04 Golf Alpha ready for pushback with information Kilo, requesting runway 15 left. George Bush ground, November 233 X-ray, request taxi to parking. Delta 891 Victor Alpha, thank you. November 233 X-ray, taxi to parking at your discretion. Infinite Flight 04 Golf Alpha, pushback approved. Pushback approved, Infinite Flight 04 Golf Alpha.
George Bush ground KLM 661 request taxi to gate E08 at the Terminal E.
KLM 661, taxi to Terminal E gate E08 via Sierra Bravo, Sierra Foxtrot.
Taxiing to Terminal E gate E08 via Sierra Bravo, Sierra Foxtrot KLM 661. George Bush Tower, United 1948 ready for departure at runway 8 right departing east.
United 1948, wind 110 at 8, runway 8 right, cleared for takeoff. Fly runway heading until at or above 3,000 feet.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 8 right, United 1948. George Bush Tower, November 9720 Mike Heavy, inbound on the ILS runway 8 left.
November 9720 Mike Heavy, enter straight in runway 8 left, number 2, traffic to follow is on final.
George Bush Tower, United Bangladesh 4673, ready for departure at runway 15 left, departing east. Enter straight in runway 8 left behind the traffic on final, November 9720 Mike Heavy.
Thank you, good day, Envoy 415. United Bangladesh 4673, line up and wait runway 15 left.
George Bush ground Delta 525 Heavy, ready to taxi to runway 15 left with information Kilo. Line up and wait runway 15 left, United Bangladesh 4673.
Delta 525 Heavy, taxi to runway 15 left, contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 15 left, Delta 525 Heavy. Wilco, United 1948.
Emirates 69 Tango Heavy, taxi to runway 8 right, contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 8 right, Emirates 69 Tango Heavy.
Qatari 000 Charlie Romeo, cross runway 8 right, please expedite.
Crossing runway 8 right, Qatari 000 Charlie Romeo.
United 226, when able turn right, contact ground on the taxiway.
Wilco, United 226.
United 1948, thank you.
George Bush ground, United 21, ready for pushback with information Lima. George Bush ground, United 226, request taxi to parking.
United 1948, wind 110 at 8, runway 8 right, cleared for takeoff. Victor Hotel Romeo Oscar Bravo, when able turn left, contact ground on the taxiway.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 8 right, United 1948. Wilco, Victor Hotel Romeo, Oscar Bravo. George Bush Tower Northwest 120, ready for departure in sequence at runway 15 left, departing east.
United 226, taxi to parking at your discretion.
Taxi to parking, United 226. Holding position, United 21.
United Bangladesh 4673, wind 110 at 8, runway 15 left, cleared for takeoff. Argentina 0331, you're in an active airspace. Please contact George Bush Tower on 120.72.
George Bush Tower, United 7132 Heavy, inbound on the ILS runway 8 right. George Bush Tower, Argentina 0331 is 8 nautical miles to the northeast at 8,400 feet, inbound for landing. George Bush Tower, United 46 Heavy, inbound on the ILS runway 8 right.
Argentina 0331, enter left downwind runway 8 left, number 2, traffic to follow is on left base. United 7132 Heavy, enter left downwind runway 8 right. United 46 Heavy, enter right downwind runway 8 right, number 2, traffic to follow is on left downwind. Infinite Flight 04 Golf Alpha correction, standby. George Bush Ground, Infinite Flight 04 Golf Alpha ready to taxi to runway 15 left with information Kilo.
Pushback approved, Volt 787 Papa Romeo Heavy.
Infinite Flight 04 Golf Alpha taxi to runway 15 left, contact tower when ready.
George Bush Tower, Korean Air 9091 Super, inbound on the ILS runway 8 left with information Lima.
Korean Air 9091 Super, enter left base runway 8 left, number 3 traffic to follow is on left downwind.
Enter left base, runway 8 left, behind the traffic on left downwind, Korean Air 9091 Super. United Bangladesh 4673, request frequency change.
United Bangladesh 4673, frequency change approved, good day. George Bush Tower, Air Canada 242 Bravo Alpha, inbound on the ILS runway 8 right.
Number 2, behind the traffic on final, United 7132 Heavy.
November 9720 Mike Heavy, wind 110 at 8, number 1 runway 8 left, cleared to land.
Number 1 cleared to land runway 8 left, November 9720 Mike Heavy. George Bush Tower, Air Force One is 19 nautical miles to the east at 11,200 feet, inbound for landing, requesting runway 8 left. George Bush Ground, November 690 X-ray Bravo, ready for pushback with information Lima, requesting runway 8 right.
United 21, pushback approved. November 690 X-ray Bravo, pushback approved.
Pushback approved, United 21. Continuing inbound, Air Force One. Pushback approved, November 690 X-ray Bravo. Number 2, clear to land runway 8 right, United 7132 Heavy.
Korean Air 9091 Super number 2, traffic to follow is on final.
George Bush Tower, Korean Air 622, inbound on the ILS runway 8 left. United 226, request permission to cross runway 8 right. Number 2, behind the traffic on final, Korean Air 9091 Super.
Korean Air 622, enter left downwind runway 8 left. Number 3 traffic to follow is on left downwind. Air Canada 242 Bravo Alpha, expect no undue delay.
Number 2, cleared to land runway 8 left, Korean Air 9091 Super. Enter straight in runway 9, American 2812 Heavy.
Volt 787 Papa Romeo Heavy, taxi to runway 8 right, contact tower when ready.
Crossing runway 8 right, United 226.
Pushback approved, Southwest 4545.
Taxiing to runway 8 right, Volt 787 Papa Romeo Heavy.
SAM 2, adjust speed to follow aircraft ahead.
Adjust speed to follow aircraft ahead, SAM 2.
SAM 2, enter straight in runway 8 right, number 2, traffic to follow is on final.
Enter straight in runway 8 right behind the traffic on final, SAM 2.
SAM 2, wind 110 at 8, number 2 runway 8 right, cleared to land.
Number 2, cleared to land runway 8 right, SAM 2.
American 2812 Heavy number 2, traffic to follow is on right base.
Number 2, behind the traffic on right base, American 2812 Heavy.
Marine 537, pushback approved.
George Bush Tower, Delta 525 Heavy, ready for departure in sequence at runway 15 left, departing straight out. Cleared for takeoff, runway 15 left, northwest 120. Line up and wait, runway 15 left, Delta 525 Heavy. George Bush Ground, United 21, ready to taxi with information Lima.
American 2812 Heavy, adjust speed to follow aircraft ahead.
Adjust speed to follow aircraft ahead, American 2812 Heavy. George Bush Ground, American 834, ready for pushback with information Lima, requesting runway 8 right.
SAM 2, enter straight in runway 9.
Enter straight in runway 9, SAM 2. SAM 2, requesting change to runway 8 right.
SAM 2 unable.
George Bush Ground, American 834, ready for pushback with information Lima.
United 21, taxi to runway 15 left, contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 15 left, United 21.
George Bush Ground, United 62, ready for pushback with information Lima. George Bush Tower, Infinite Flight 04 Golf Alpha, ready for departure at runway 15 left, departing north. George Bush Ground, Southwest 4545, ready to taxi to runway 8 right with information Lima. Bolt 787 Papa Romeo Heavy, wind 110 at 8, runway 8 right, cleared for takeoff. Fly runway heading until at or above 3,000 feet. Taxiing to runway 8 right, Southwest 4545. Oscar, 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 pushback approved, tail to the east. American 57 Golf Sierra, pushback approved, tail to the north. November 690 X-ray Bravo, taxi to runway 8 right, contact tower when ready. American 2812 Heavy, enter straight in runway 8 right, number 3, traffic to follow is on final. United 1165, enter right base runway 9, number 2, traffic to follow is on final.
Enter straight in, runway 8 right, behind the traffic on final, American 2812 Heavy. Enter right base runway 9, behind the traffic on final, United 1165.
American 2812 Heavy, maintain slowest practical speed.
Maintain slowest practical speed, American 2812 Heavy.
Infinite Flight 04 Golf Alpha, wind 110 at 8, runway 15 left, cleared for takeoff.
George Bush Ground, Marine 537, ready to taxi with information Lima.
American 2812 Heavy, traffic alert, check surroundings immediately. George Bush Ground, American 57 Golf Sierra, ready to taxi to runway 15 left with information Lima. Speedbird 97 Alpha Heavy, extend downwind, I'll call your base. Air Force One, adjust speed to follow aircraft ahead. You'll call my base, Speedbird 97 Alpha Heavy. United 1165, wind 110 at 8, number 2, runway 9, cleared to land.
George Bush Ground, Oscar, 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 ready to taxi to runway 15 left with information Lima. Number 2, cleared to land runway 9, United 1165.
November 9720 Mike Heavy, when able turn right, contact ground on the taxiway.
Wilco, November 9720 Mike Heavy.
Emirates 69 Tango Heavy, hold short of runway 8 right.
Holding short runway 8 right, Emirates 69 Tango Heavy.
George Bush Ground, American 834, ready for pushback with information Lima. American 57 Golf Sierra, taxi to runway 15 left, contact tower when ready. Oscar, 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 taxi to runway 15 left, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 15 left, American 57 Golf Sierra. Oscar, 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 give way to aircraft on your right.
Taxiing to runway 15 left, Oscar, 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 Oscar.
George Bush ground, American 834, ready for pushback with information Lima.
Taxiing 2 runway 8 right, Marine 537.
Wilco, Air Canada 242 Bravo Alpha. Speedbird 97 Alpha Heavy, enter left downwind runway 9, number 4 traffic to follow is on final. Enter left downwind runway 9, behind the traffic on final, Speedbird 97 Alpha Heavy. American 834, avoid sending duplicate messages. George Bush ground, Air Canada 242 Bravo Alpha, request taxi to gate D07 at the Terminal D. Taxiing to Terminal D gate D07 via November Kilo, Air Canada 242 Bravo Alpha. Taxiing to Terminal D gate D07 via November Kilo, Air Canada 242 Bravo Alpha. Infinite Flight 04 Golf Alpha, frequency change approved, good day.
George Bush ground, November 27266, ready for pushback with information Lima. George Bush Tower United 21, ready for departure at runway 15 left, departing straight out. Number 5 clear to land runway 9, Air Force 1.
Speedbird 97 Alpha Heavy, requesting change to runway 8 left.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 15 left, United 21.
Emirates 69 Tango Heavy, line up and wait runway 8 right.
Wilco, United 7132 Heavy.
American 834, pushback approved. American 834, please follow instructions or you will be reported.
Pushback approved, November 27266.
United 62 taxi to runway 15 left, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 15 left, United 62. Speedbird 97 Alpha Heavy, enter straight in runway 8 left, number 2 traffic to follow is on final.
November 9720 Mike Heavy, request permission to cross runway 8 right. George Bush ground, United 7132 Heavy, request taxi to parking.
Emirates 69 Tango Heavy, wind 110 at 8 runway 8 right, cleared for takeoff. Fly runway heading until at or above 3,000 feet.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 8 right, Emirates 69 Tango Heavy. Taxi to parking, United 7132 Heavy.
Air Force 1, wind 110 at 8, number 3 runway 9, cleared to land.
Stand by Turkish 3169 Super.
Korean Air 622 go around, make right traffic runway 9.
Going around Turkish 3169 Super. Going around, make right traffic runway 9, Korean Air 622.
United 21, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved, United 21, good day. George Bush Tower Qantas 848, inbound on the GPS runway 8 left with information Lima. George Bush Tower Turkish 3169 Super is 24 nautical miles to the northeast at 3,000 feet, inbound for landing with information Lima, requesting runway 15 right. George Bush ground, American 777 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Lima.
November 9720 Mike Heavy, cross runway 8 right, please expedite.
Crossing runway 8 right, November 9720 Mike Heavy.
American 777 Heavy, pushback approved, hail to the east.
Pushback approved, tail to the east, American 777 Heavy.
Emirates 69 Tango Heavy, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved, Emirates 69 Tango Heavy, good day.
Qantas 848, enter left downwind runway 8 left, number 2, traffic to follow is on final.
George Bush ground, November 9720 Mike Heavy, request taxi to parking. Enter left downwind runway 8 left, behind the traffic on final, Qantas 848.
George Bush ground, American 834, ready to taxi to runway 8 right with information Lima.
George Bush Tower, Oscar 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 Oscar, ready for departure at runway 15 left, departing east.
Korean Air 9091 Super, contact George Bush ground on 119.905. American 2812 Heavy, when able turn right, contact ground on the taxiway. Southwest 4545, say intentions.
Wilco, American 2812 Heavy. George Bush ground, American 2812 Heavy, request taxi to parking.
Oscar 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 Oscar, wind 110 at 8, runway 8 left, cleared for takeoff. Southwest 4545, wind 110 at 8, runway 8 right, cleared for takeoff.
George Bush ground, November 27266, ready to taxi to runway 8 right with information Lima. Taxi to parking, November 9720 Mike Heavy.
American 2812 Heavy, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Taxi to parking, American 2812 Heavy.
Holding position, American 834.
Right on the next taxiway, American 2812 Heavy.
United 1165, contact George Bush ground on 119.905. American 2812 Heavy, continue taxi at your discretion.
Roger, American 2812 Heavy.
Korean Air 9091 Super, taxi to Terminal D Gate D12, hold short of 8 right, 26 left. Marine 537, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Marine 537. George Bush ground, United 1165, request taxi to Gate D12 at the Terminal E.
American 834, taxi to runway 15 left, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 15 left, American 834. United 1165, taxi to Terminal E Gate E12 via Sierra Bravo, Sierra Foxtrot.
Taxiing to Terminal E Gate E12 via Sierra Bravo, Sierra Foxtrot, United 1165.
Southwest 4545, frequency change approved, good day. Oscar 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 Oscar, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved, Southwest 4545, good day.
George Bush ground, American 777 Heavy, ready to taxi with information Lima.
Speedbird 97 Alpha Heavy, when able turn right, contact ground on the taxiway. American 777 Heavy, taxi to runway 8 right, contact tower when ready. Attention all aircraft, George Bush ground is closing in 5 minutes.
Taxiing to runway 8 right, American 777 Heavy.
Attention all aircraft, George Bush Tower is closing in 5 minutes.
George Bush ground, American 2812 Heavy, request taxi to Gate D11 at the Terminal D.
Qantas 848, wind 110 at 8, number 1 runway 8 left, cleared to land.
Wilco Speedbird 97 Alpha Heavy. George Bush ground, Turkish 34, ready for pushback with information Lima. George Bush ground, Charlie 6 Romeo India Lima, ready for pushback with information Lima. Holding position, American 2812 Heavy.
George Bush Tower, United 62, ready for departure at runway 15 left, departing south.
Frequency change approved, Delta 525 Heavy, good day.
Charlie 6 Romeo India Lima, pushback approved.
Holding position, Turkish 34.
United 62, line up and wait runway 15 left. Line up and wait runway 15 left, United 62. United 1165, give way to aircraft ahead.
Give way to aircraft, United 1165.
American 2812 Heavy, taxi to Terminal D Gate D11 via November Delta, November Charlie, November Bravo.
Taxiing to Terminal D Gate D11 via November Delta, November Charlie, November Bravo, American 2812 Heavy.
United 62, wind 110 at 8, runway 15 left, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 15 left, United 62. Speedbird 97 Alpha Heavy, please follow instructions.
George Bush Brown, China Southern 886, ready for pushback with information Lima, requesting runway 8 right.
China Southern 886, pushback approved. American 2812 Heavy, taxi to Terminal D Gate D11 via November Charlie, November Bravo.
Taxiing to Terminal D Gate D11 via November Charlie, November Bravo, American 2812 Heavy.
American 2812 Heavy, taxi to Terminal D Gate D11 via November Charlie, November Bravo. American 834, request frequency change.
George Bush Tower, November 27266, ready for departure at runway 15 left, departing west. Taxiing to Terminal D Gate D11 via November Charlie, November Bravo, American 2812 Heavy.
American 834, you were already instructed to change frequency. November 27266, wind 110 at 8, runway 15 left, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 15 left, November 27266.
Turkish 34, pushback approved, tail to the east, expect runway 8 right.
George Bush Tower Marine 537, ready for departure at runway 8 right, departing east. George Bush Ground United 8 Heavy, ready to taxi to runway 15 left with information Kilo. Pushback approved, tail to the east, runway 8 right, Turkish 34. Cleared for takeoff, runway 8 right, Marine 537. Continue taxi, United 1165.
United 62, frequency change approved, good day.
George Bush Ground Speedbird 97 Alpha Heavy, request taxi to gate D04 at the Terminal D.
Speedbird 97 Alpha Heavy, hold short of runway 8 right.
Pushback approved, China Southern 886. Hold short of runway 8 right, Speedbird 97 Alpha Heavy.
American 777 Heavy, line up and wait runway 8 right.
George Bush Ground, Air Force One request taxi to Central Cargo 01 at the Central Cargo apron.
Air Force One, taxi to Central Cargo apron, Central Cargo 01 via Sierra Bravo, Sierra Charlie Romeo Alpha, Whiskey Bravo. George Bush Ground United 1619, ready for pushback with information Lima.
George Bush Ground China Southern 886, ready to taxi to runway 8 right with information Lima. George Bush Ground Turkish 34, ready to taxi with information Lima.
George Bush Ground United 1150, ready for pushback with information Lima. Speedbird 97 Alpha Heavy, cross runway 8 right. United 1150, pushback approved, tail to the east. China Southern 886, taxi to runway 8 right, contact tower when ready.
Crossing runway 8 right, Speedbird 97 Alpha Heavy.
Pushback approved, tail to the east, United 1150.
Taxiing to runway 8 right, China Southern 886.
United 8 Heavy, taxi to runway 15 left, contact tower when ready. Pushback approved, United 16.
George Bush Ground Speed